Now, heavy rains continue to cause havoc and destruction in several parts of the western region. One of the worst hit areas is the ELEMBELLE district, where over 150 houses have collapsed in the aftermath of the torrential rains. Correspondent Inathalia Kwanzaa reports that hundreds of people have been displaced. The residents are appealing to the government for help to relocate to higher grounds.
In Kropon, a predominantly cocoa-growing community in the ELEMBELLE district of the western region, is surrounded by 5 rivers. In the event of continuous rains, almost all the rivers overflow their banks and submerge the entire community, which is a low-lying area, leaving in its wake an annual destruction of property. After 2 days of torrential rainfall last week, more than 100 homes collapsed, rendering over 750 people homeless.
But it has happened before. I think about 13, 12 years ago, it happened. It came for the second time, but this is the third time. But it has destroyed properties. Fortunately for us, we didn't lose any life. Fortunately for us, we didn't lose any life. So what we are saying is that the Honorable DC, collaboration with the government of the day and other non-governmental agencies, for example, the Adamus and Co, should come into our aid and help us to relocate from here to a new site. Unfortunately for Nananum, they have given us a very nice land. It was very severe, because as we speak now, my people don't have any place to sleep. It's the churches that are done us a favor. So some of my people are sleeping in various churches' rooms. And then the school too, we have given it to some of them, some of the victims. So they are all sleeping there. And as you all know, we are in the rainy season. The mosquitoes and other rodents, it is really disturbing them. Every night we kill a snake.
Adamusufo yadamasi nyame shilamu de asam yema na mayama no na de si wa ha de na ya honwase ye de enim se beba betoye nti ye wa ye hu na nso de adam meniama akwanya agoro nso ache de ba chire kwa na ya nwanwa kra ne ye wa ha ye ko na wade amudi nam suo no mu o owo premle nketwa na mpanyini en de ha de o mafa ha hina hu ba bi kra wo de na ye den e de asie nso yakopa do ye hu for Mamba boy, I'm here to me, yes, I didn't flew. Yes, Slamo, Yammoa, and I'm pay baby and Gumaya. I said about her, maybe young colony, you know, when you're bedding. Belco, I'm a watchly, in Tiadamasi, and yes, Slamoso, Mua by Adamus, Mumuay, and I won't tire.
This is the 3rd time in 12 years that the community has seen such magnitude of destruction at the peak of a raining season. Feeding has become difficult as farms and other sources of food are all underwater now. Many people have lost almost everything, including monies through the flood. Adamus Mines, which operates in the ELEMBELLE district, presented relief items such as bags of rice, cooking oil, sugar, and mackerels to those affected.
It's a simple disaster had happened in the area, and we think, looking around at the level of distress created by the rains in these 2 communities, which fall inside our catchment area, we think it is part of the social responsibility to be able to help and do what we can to relieve the plight of the people who are affected. As we speak, we understand some of the houses, residences are underwater. The people do not have a means of traveling outside anywhere to be able to get access to some of the food items, and we think this is the best way we can support.
The ELEMBELLE District Chief Executive Kwesi Bonzo is happy about what he says is a timely intervention. He, however, says relocating the community is the best option to save lives and property.
This is the 3rd time it's happening within the last 12 years. And this year is worse as compared to the previous 2. So we're here, Natmo team was here Sunday to observe it. The whole place was submerged underwater. As you can see, there's a river all around it, and it looks like the current community was built on an island. By the time it was being built, they settled on the high areas. But as the community expanded, it's gone close to the river. So anytime there's any heavy downpour, then the water comes. But this time, it was very serious. So the entire community, as we went around and took the inventory, close to 150 households have been completely destroyed, pulled down by the water. They can't have anywhere to even sleep. Now, each household has a minimum of about 6-7 people. Some have as much as 10. So you are looking at over 1,000 people internally displaced. And in our interaction with the community, we've all come to a consensus that the community has to be relocated because it keeps recurring. It's the third time. So the community identified a new site, which is virtually a virgin land, which means that social amenities has to be provided: road, electricity, water, and everything. And also they should be assisted to rebuild their various households.
Many members of the community say they are afraid that they might lose the entire town and their property as the rains continue to batter the area. For Joy News, in Athalia Kwansa, ELEMBELLE.
Now, lawyers for the Ghana Police Service have been giving up until 11:30 a.m. to study and respond to document urging an Accra High Court to allow a pressure group to stage a protest. The police is in court seeking to halt the two-day protest set to commence on Tuesday. The service is in a statement alleged that the group, Arise Ghana, had refused to agree to begin and end the demonstration before night falls. The group, however, contends it reached an agreement with the police and it's surprised at the turn of event. DSP Sylvester Asari on Monday urged the court to adjourn the matter since the police was yet to receive document filed by the protesters. He asked for a two-day adjournment, but court correspondent Joseph Akable joins us live with more. Joe, what more can you report?
Ghana, led by Edwin Tamaklo, they disagreed with the request for adjournment. As the argument is that the protest is supposed to take place tomorrow, and the police, as far back as June 2, were made aware of the June 28 protest. And so should the court grant this adjournment, effectively mean that the court would have stopped the protesters from going ahead with the protest on Tuesday. And so he said that the court should, in the exceptional nature of this particular matter, adjourn the matter briefly to enable the police, the lawyers for the police service to study the documents, and then if they have any responses to give, then they give those responses. But as far as they are concerned, the argument and the ruling on the said protest must take place today because arrangements have already been made, and their organizers, as well as those who be participating in the protest, are very much aware and preparing to stage the protest tomorrow. And so if the court has any intention of halting it or permitting them to go ahead with the protest, that should be dealt with today. And so the court took the view that the matter should be adjourned to 11:30. So the expectation is that by 11:30, the Ghana Police Service would have studied the documents that have been filed by the protesters, and if they have any responses, they'll make it known to the court, after which they'll make the legal arguments as to why they believe the protest should not come off tomorrow. Then the lawyers for the Arise Ghana group will also be here. The expectation is that the court will deliver everything on this matter.
All right, thank you very much. That's our court correspondent, Joseph Akable there. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll bring you the latest in business. Stay with us.